Today's 2 Minutes of Science is another in the Analog World series. In this particular case, it's tin car repair. This is a small little toy. It goes for about $5 or less, depending upon where you find it. In this case, it was broken. One of the wheels was pushed inward, enough so that it wouldn't work at all. These are fairly simple to fix, provided the friction mechanism isn't broken. So you just have to carefully open all the tabs and be able to separate the body from the chassis where the friction gear is tied to it. Most of it is being careful because the tin parts are sharp, which is why they're not recommended for children to play with, and also if you bend it too very much, then it's really hard to put it back together. In this case, just very carefully opened all the pieces and then looked inside. The part that was bent was mostly the chassis, but also the wheel bearing itself. The wheel was pushed out from underneath it. You can push most of it back in place with your fingers. In fact, that's best, since tools can mar or put divots in the thin tin. The axle was broken off, but given that it's all tin, you can still squeeze it back together and it will function, because there's not much load bearing involved in the axle control for a small tin car like this. Once everything's complete and you verify that it'll operate, then you can put the body back on, which is just a reverse process, matching all the tabs, making sure that you have the front and the back correct, and putting it together very carefully so as not to break any of the tabs off or cause any more scratching.